so much value, but we'll see what BB can find into it.
He's gonna grab the Kled. He's gonna grab the Kled against T1. He single-handedly dragged G2 to their first win against the back-to-back-to-back world champions in 7 years. Fleshy doing a good job of keeping anyone from G2 away from it, and it will be first dragon relatively early here, 6.5 minutes in.
And we're seeing the reward of the early game plays from Vitality. Like, Lince is up a full level nearly on Skumon. Actually, Skumon got quite a bit of XP from the Krugs, but still a big lead from Lince's. And with that, he's able to pick up the Drake completely uncontested. It's also due to just how much stronger Fleshy is. You can see him constantly kind of bullying out Lebrov. And when you're playing the Shen into the Camille, you don't expect him to win the early game. It's mostly just about like kind of containing her.
Oh, great engage there by Fiesta. Ignite Shockwave doesn't come out in time, and Fiesta gets first blow. Quickly, I know I said I talked enough about support. This is one of the reasons that Camille's support is so broken, is the paranoia comes down. They'll chase on to Lebrov, who tries to flash away, but there's the fear, there's the abduct out of the ensconde, and Fiesta's now 2-0. A charge in, though, from Broken Blade as he looks for the chase onto Fiesta. Fleshy trying to get across the wall, has no flash. Hook shot's knocked up in the middle of it, and the dash back in with a Cataclysm. Skumon takes one, they're in a double cage! Fiesta locked in a cage of his own making. The glass walls of emotion won't let him escape as Skumon takes the shot down.
And I thought Lebrov just made a mistake here. He walked a bit. Oh, I think Hansama might be Lince's? Oh, Hansama gets out. But Lebrov is walking there, I think, because they've already made the call that Hansama will move up towards the Grubs. So that starts the fight for G2. And normally,
just be second dragon of the game to Vitality. A strong early start for them, and this is what we wanted to see from Draft. We wanted to see them accelerating these leads. Nako 500 gold ahead, Fiesta 700 gold ahead, and there's small leads. Yeah, that's a known bit of information for G2. And with him being level 6, doesn't want to get caught out by that Hexagon Ultimatum. And here it comes. Flash forward, Ultimatum, Paranoia coming in as they dive towards Caps, who does have the flash and gets out in time. Great Shadow Dash onto Lince's. Underneath the tower means he takes 2 shots and is sent home in a body bag. Fleshy next on the menu as the Cataclysm comes out from Skumon, locks him in place, and Fleshy, there's no wall there. Reaching for air and finds only his own death.
It's so deep from Vitality. Caps was respecting. He had the flash as well to get out, and G2 want to strike back onto Nako as well.
Caps with a great TP. Nako really not too much he can do here. Pops the Dominus, does have the flash. Oh, Shockwave only up in 7 seconds, but BB and Caps team up to find a kill on the enemy top.
Nako tried to get away with the Dominus and the flash, but he just doesn't have the HP to do so. And I like that from Caps that he immediately TPs there after the play is finished. They don't go for the Herald as now. Fiesta might be in trouble as well. Has no flash.
They have so many teleports. Hansama's on his way up. Fiesta has no flash. He's stolen a Cataclysm, but he's locking himself in a cage. He still manages to take one down in Hell in a Cell. He'll fall forward. It's BB, in fact, that TP'd in instead of Hansama. And G2 find a slew of kills across the map.
Nice little outplay from Fiesta there
from Fiesta
to get one back at least, but you're definitely seeing G2 with full domination on the map as they're utilizing these teleports. And Vitality, they have a lot of teleports as well, but they just haven't been able to really find the good place to be able to make use of them. The biggest advantage that G2 has in the teleport is the Hansama over the Ghost, but Vitality are actually just doing the Drake.
That's why it's so good from Lince's, from Fiesta, sorry, to take out Skumon, because they know there's no jungler up on the map. Vitality can hard force this, even with Lebrov in the area. That will be their third Drake, put them on Soul Point in his mountain. And currently, you have to say, it's the new blood on Vitality that is keeping them in this game.
For sure. Fiesta is having a really good game as Broken Blade goes under tower just to get a trade here. It felt personal a little bit, just wanted to punch him.
I mean, I think hoping maybe Nako pops the Dominus early or something just to make sure you can survive, because Caps is here. There's a paranoia possibility from Lince's, but still about 20 seconds on that CD.
Yeah, I really like this play from Caps. He decided to ignore the bolt wave because it was so pushed in, and they're just trying to siege this top tower. But Vitality are already answering, trying to defend. The paranoia is up in 5 seconds, but Fiesta's already TPing in.
Lebrov has Stand United. Rift Herald was started. TP from Hansama as well, as they're going to meet flying through the air. Broken Blade has that Stand United on him. Shadow Dash tries to get on the backline, but Nako doesn't get caught up. Lince still falls first, and now they'll dive onto Fiesta, who is isolated in the midst of 5 in G2. Very happily take his life. A charge forward as Vitality are charging to an early grave. Nako with the Dominus doesn't dominate no one. Taken out by Lebrov. Fleshy follows suit. Kaza, the last man standing, and he wasn't even there.
And Vitality, again, they thought they could get the numbers advantage, but it's Hansama with the teleport. Carsey can't join. Carsey has zero
A couple of minutes have been there, but as you say, like G2 have been so much crisper with how they wanted to play the map. Get a kill top, TP to bot for Caps, then TP Broken Blade to top side to catch out Fiesta, who's killing Skewmon, give up the Drake, but then fight again as LeBron is caught out in a hexagon and made him. Kaza will get his first kill, assist, or death on the board at 19.5 minutes, and still the Rift Herald survives. You've got 20 seconds before it's going to return into its burrow.
Fiesta kept the
should be able to take it, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of an overstep from LeBron. He wanted to look for Fleshy since he was so low, maybe cancel his recall, but he stepped a bit too far forward. Picked off, one-shot them, and that's how they start the fight.
Oh, really nice jousting over the wall there. Sandy Knight coming in as well as Fleshy flashes away. Broken Blade flashes into the face of Kazi, but Fleshy's not saved by his Casio. Broken Blade's going to run away. LeBron can just dash as well. They could be contesting mid-prior. Oh, nicely done by Fiesta. Sneaks into the bush, now jumps onto Han Solo immediately. But where are the rest of Vitality? They're going to ride the Herald through the fight. Hexagon made him go into Han Solo as well. Rift Herald coming in, Caps is here, and Fleshy's already dead. The Rift Herald charges through, but with the Cataclysm on the backline, Fiesta unable to get purchase really for the damage. Now trying to dash back in as Linces begins to open up. Skewmon chasing Knuckle with Broken Blade. LeBron having to flash across the wall. Caps getting chased down towards the bottom side. Abscond, abduct. Does Fiesta have enough? Not quite. As Skewmon joins in the top side of the fight. And even though Fiesta found a good engage, Vitality are just too far behind.
That was a really nice creative flank, but Vitality weren't able to have a real follow-up. Hansama lived for so long, and the fact that they were able to take him down, but then it didn't have enough damage to take down Caps. As the fight is continuing here, BB might have stepped too far forward.
TP behind. BB needs to get the pocket pistol out, tries to remount, can't get there. Knuckle with a K in his pocket, a grand to the good. The question is, can he keep it and go back to Boris, or will he be sent home in a coffin? I think the answer's looking more coffin-shaped as the seconds go on. He tries to walk around the side here, but Caps is on the chase, a slice. Ooh, he does flash. There's the blast cone.
The problem is if he dies now, that's a match for G2, but Fiesta's TPing.
Fiesta doesn't want to let a Crocodilian down. He said, see you later, alligator, and he's trying to make that happen as Caps splashes the wall with the Predator, but the Southern Shockwave does not connect, and now Fiesta running for his life. Lince is here to try and protect as Shockwave brings Fiesta back, and it's a party on the top side of the map as the Hextech Storm comes out. G2 take 2 kills.
Ward.
Yeah, just chuck the ward down and hope, right?
Yeah, but I think if like G2 is such a disciplined team, they're not going to give you this opportunity. It would be very funny if they do now, but...
Congrats to Hans Summer, 2,500 kills here in EU. He reaches that milestone. G2 secure the Baron well, and they're looking to secure an extra couple of hundred gold on top of it. Fleshy will fall to Lebrov, 202. And now Linces uses the paranoia defensively, needs to try and walk away from BB, dives across all the way to Lebrov! Okay, I did not see that one coming, and nor did the Shen support. Meanwhile, Nako tries to step up as Skewmon puts him into the dirt. Hansama now being protected as Fiesta goes in, the Shockwave pulls him back. A flag, a drag, a slice, a dice, enough. As Fiesta dies for the 6th time this game, and G2 with a 7,000 gold lead, continue to push through top. Kazi locked in a cage. Linces is going to be locked in the afterlife in a second. Kazi trading on Skewmon, but Skewmon has enough to survive through it. Another flag, another drag, another Vitality death.
It's a massacre right now. G2 are just kind of playing with their food. Some of the fights are relatively close, but you can see how much stronger G2 are across the board as they continue racking up kills. It's going to be a 9,000 gold lead, Nash for G2. They can play to get triple in it. They can play for the next dragon. They can really do whatever they want to see.
No bar to pull them out of the hole that they have dug themselves into, as G2, 10k ahead, will push through the bot side. It does feel like it all came down to that 4-5 minute period where G2 were just moving around the map so much better than Vitality, picking up kills in top, kills in bot, making sure that even though Vitality did get onto Soul Point, after that point they were so far behind. You can see the gold leads like individually 3k, 3k, 2k, 2k. It is not an NBA game. In fact, it's a game of League of Legends.
It is a game of League of Legends. I mean, it's also a shame because the first few minutes from Vitality were pretty good. Like, they got a decent lead onto Linces. They got the first few drags.
Fiesta was in a really good spot, roaming around the map. Oh, flash taunt. And there is enough damage immediately to shed the skin of the Casio. Linces tries to get on the backline, but with a Cataclysm and a Shockwave. Oh, it's a bouncy castle. Caps doesn't even fall, only Nako survives. And G2 will just push in for the win. Nugnuka with the six-pack TP.
It's for the shield, it's for the shield.
It gives him a shield, sure, but I don't think the shield matters too much when you're immediately relegated to standing on your fountain. G2 will close out game one here as Vitality continue to struggle to find form in sub.
Much better game from G2 though.
Yeah.
I think they bounced back from a rough early game really well. And Caps had one early death, but apart from that, he played against this full dive comp really nicely. He was baiting them in, piloted it. It would be like probably a pretty explosive matchup up against Caps.
And will be a little Blanc picked up for Fiesta, as you say, very explosive in that mid lane. I think one of my worries for Vitality is I look at this comp, and poke comps tend to be best when you can get the level 3. Fleshy is going to face check into him. The Sonic Wave Resonating Strike just forces Fleshy to use the grand entrance away. Fiesta! Ooh. He flashed forward, he still gets him!
The delayed electrocute!
Get some burst damage in lane, but you're not really in lane at the moment on support. So LeBron was looking there, thinking perhaps he could Zenith Blade onto Fleshy. Decides against it. Fiesta with a good chunk on Caps. Another chain landing. There's the follow-up. Oh, Fiesta! He's just having an absolute... It shows like at value something.
I thought they were just getting infinite gold.
It's a stack overflow of gold as the Sonic Wave is going to hit from Skewmon. Red buff there for the slow. They'll chase onto Fiesta. Tempest Cripple as well. Reveals Fiesta and Caps. He gets him with the auto, gets the shutdown. The Orb of Deception deceived us. In further ahead, you can get the better it is. As Caps continues to trade with Fiesta, who uses his Mimic. Will land the chains. Labrov flash Zenith Blade, shielded Daybreak there for the stun. All the deception out as well. Spirit Rush available for Caps. There's the exhaust and Fiesta. He's feeling himself a little too much.
I mean, G2 support jungle are there ready to fight, while the support jungle from Vitality were thinking about the Ocean Dragon. And with the fact that they lost their mid laner, they're going to be forced out of their own jungle.
Great triple man scout of the week. Kaza able to satchel away. Dragon's Rage kick for the knockback and the chase with the Sonic Wave. I think Vitality thought the G2 were just going to go for...
Make sure that Vitality could secure the grubs. We'll have to see. Lince has already gotten one. He can get two, but I think Skewmon might be able to get the third.
Skewmon gets the second. Doesn't have Smite either. Now Lince's Smite is back up. TP in. Zenith Blade, Hex Flash forward from Labrov. Looking for Fleshy. And in the end, it is him across and see if you can get the kill. But you have a lot of armor already with the helm, with the chain vest, and with the plated steel Caps as Caps rushes forward and Fiesta feels it.
Caps can hit the tower a little bit. I mean, Broken Blade is full armor. We'll have to see. I mean,
you do have Satchel, but I don't think they're going to be able to get through the plates quickly enough. Another TP.
It's Fleshy with the unsealed spellbook.
So Fleshy will be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they get the cannon wave as well.
I was skeptical on this play because I thought if Karsi's the only one TPing, it's a bit awkward. But with the unsealed spellbook, it's quite nice. It's now coming.
The Skewmon's here and the charm hits first. Flash forward for the Sonic Wave, followed with a resonating strike to Skewmon. Dashes back to the distortion. And there's the chase further as Linces tries to flash away, but Skew gets a double. And I will say, in spring, I doubted this man's Lee Sin. It did not work well for G2 when we've seen it before. But here, 3-0 already on the pick. And G2 still defending topside, while Hun Summer, left to his own devices in bot lane, has taken plate after plate after plate. He's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
And Karsi got some plates on top, but
they're
fighting the 2v3.
They're going to go in. There's the all-out as well, as Caps is here with the Spirit Rush. The charm still connects onto him. Karsi flashes away, but Caps gets the kill. A follow-up solar flare to take down Nugnuka, and Fleshy underneath the tower, the last lone survivor. The wave not here for G2. Fleshy's going to try and walk back to his Wukong and will get saved by armor. But Fiesta 2 levels down, can't chase any further. Nugnuka, feeling the power of the sun, slowed up by it, flashes away from the scatter of the week, tries to trade back onto Labrov. Fleshy is here and has the charm. Can they chase any further? They now see Skewmon's waiting around the corner and decide perhaps that is not the best moment to go in for a 2v3 fight.
And while both top laners had their flashes burnt, it's a bit different situations as BB was pushing into the tier 2 and Nugnuka can't even access his own tower, as now he can finally do so, but he is going to watch his own tower fall here. And G2 are continuing to remain in control of this game. BB can finally pick up cooldown at 15 minutes. Can you ever blame the draft? As BB now gets
I'm not
hit
blaming the
by
draft.
Okay.
I'm saying the draft in combination with how the first 15 minutes have gone have not been advantageous for Vitality's chances of winning this match, as BB survives 3 people, goes all out. He went back in as he tried to dive onto Linces. The Mikhail's healed there in time. Meanwhile, G2 just pushed through the mid side.
BB's pretty tanky, yeah. You can see it takes quite a while to kill him.
Okay, he's now got a Negatron cloak. Basically doubled his MR. He's unkillable.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Vitality to deal with him. And even though they took down BB, they're still going to lose the mid tower. They're going to lose the Herald. Lince has got the Krugs in the bot side, but you have to feel that the Drake spawning in 10 seconds will go the side of G2 as well. And Vitality, they need to continue cross-mapping, but they also need to get some objectives out of it. They do have the objective bounties, so if they're able to get this top tower, potentially if G2 goes for the Dragon, G2's like Skewmon and Lebrov were very receptive and adaptive to that, while it felt like Linces and Fleshy were not on the same page whatsoever.
Agreed. And you do expect some of that in week 1. The Solar Flare comes down, distortion away from Fiesta. He goes back in. Okay, it's hard to be receptive when you're doing that, Fiesta! What are they meant to do to Linces on the enemy wolves? Linces can't be there.
Yeah, Fiesta might need a siesta after that one. That was rough.
Brave.
Really hard for Vitality to break the G2 formation. I think Fiesta is able to find a chain of the Broken Blade.
He tries to dash away.
He can land the second ultimate one.
Yeah, second chain would be good. Summer's on his way across. Oh, never mind. Broken Blade's going all out just this once, and as the distortion comes out, it's deceased for Fiesta.
Yeah, because you will lose any fight where the numbers advantage is equal because they have fatter wallets, you know, they have way more gold. But we hovers up towards top lane, Knock has to back off, so it's just a free Dragon for G2. And now G2 have 5 minutes to try to set up this. Due to what we talked about earlier, they can rush it, but is it a rush if it takes like 15 seconds? That's more like a take.
I mean, it probably takes more than 15 seconds as well.
So Vitality will have plenty of time to react as Fiesta...
Ooh, distorts away, blind there. He gets Tempest crippled as well. Linces on his way across. Good chain out of Fiesta. Canceling for Kazi in the mid lane. Orbit Deception coming out. There's the charm. And Kazi isn't quite going to die before the quickness comes out from Fleshy to save his AD carry. But Counts flashes forward and gets the kill anyway. Meanwhile, Skewmon was able to extricate himself. Lebrov goes over the wall onto Linces. Not sure that's where he wanted to end up. It's a double for Caps. The chase comes in with a Dragon's Rage. It's a triple for Caps. And after it looked like Vitality had been able to get themselves out, in the end, Caps just chases them down.
And Caps had a rough early game. Yeah. But he has bounced back so damn well and just taken full control of this game. He starts the fight off, taking down Carsey, and with that, the rest of the lineup can just run them down. They're going to run towards the Nash. BB might be in trouble, but I don't think so.
Yeah, he's really not.
Maybe 5 more chains and Fiesta can take him down. As G2 will be able to pick up the Nasher, and with that, they're up against the Ziggs, so Vitality does have pretty good wave clear, but you have to feel that this game is just on them.
Well, maybe the Mega Inferno one seals it. Kazi's got it. Is he going to yeet it towards him? No vision on the Baron right now. The chains go down onto the Mega Inferno bomb.
Very early.
I mean, he also only did 500 damage.
Oh
my God!
He got it!
Kazi got it with the Leandri's Fiesta jumps into the pit as well as Fleshy and Hansama are traded. The Leandries from Kazi kills off the Baron. Fiesta will die 2 caps. In fact, it's Skewmon who gets it in the end with the Tempest portion of the Tempest cripple. I mean, that's...
Don't blame them.
Oh, Mega Inferno bomb.
Okay, if he steals this one, that would be so
Skewmon,
crazy.
Smite.
There's no way.
Smite. Nice. Good job, Skewmon. Waited for it to be at 1,200. As Linces look for a steal. Should be able to decoy across the wall here. Caps can chase him down, and with Infernal Soul, Linces is not going to last for very long.
Caps pretty much just killed him with Spirit Rush and 2 Ws. Like, the Orb of Deception did the last 5% of damage.
I think Skewmon can 1v1 this Dragon's Rage. Skewmon only has the Sunder Sky and the Black Cleaver. Will chase into Knock. Broken Blade's on his way across as well. Here comes Kazi. Dash forward from Skewmon. Hard to make it in from Broken Blade as he's just standing in the middle of 4 members of Vitality, and they can barely chip his armor. And Summer's pushing through mid, Caps is up towards top side. Those are the damage dealers, by the way, for G2. It's Vitality trying to defend a 3-pronged approach. TP behind by Knock. The flanking Jace is not a tactic I have often seen. Fleshy going in with the charm. That's going to run out before he gets to Caps. Knock is now here. Caps is the universal taunt, and they can't get close to him. He just flashes away. And Vitality abandon their base for bare bones as the charm goes in from Caps, and he will fox fire you down, chases onto Fleshy as well. Vitality invested everything into trying to kill Caps, and they couldn't even do that as Caps rushes across the wall, has another orb, gets another Spirit Rush, Fiesta steps forward, Caps gets another triple. As in the end, there's not much Vitality can do.
You know what, Medic? I thought yesterday, G2, they looked a bit sloppy.
Agreed.
But maybe MKOI are just a really good team. I'm really looking forward to KC versus MKOI now.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series.
G2 look really, really good throughout this game. Caps decided to put the game on his back after a tough early game. They're taking them down in the base. I mean, Lince's, oh my god, he dies in the fountain.
What's Caps AP? It must be like $1 billion at this point, dude. The guy's hoarding all the AP for himself. We were told it would trickle down Caps, but apparently it all belongs to him. As G2 will clean it up, 2-0. Great performance by them on the day. A big step up, I think, from yesterday, because as you say, they were messy, and they will play with their food. Fiesta, the one bright spot for Vitality, I will say, but his aggression in the end was his downfall.